hit the go live button. Well, it says we're live. So, welcome from the crossroads of America. This is a 1 hour talk show shooting with disabilities, but we also talk guns, politics, or anything else that crosses our mind. I answer questions from the audience either in the chat or by email at rickslifeasIseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other good info in the info section below. So I guess that out of the way. Let's see who was in first. Patriot in the Dark was first in the room. And then Jerry Parker, Gun Loving Grandpa, Jason Stewart, Sabrina, Raphael. So people are starting to trickle in. Let me introduce my my only panel member so far is New York Outcast. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Saturday. It was just me and Guns and Barbecue. So today, hey, my popularity must be slipping. Is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Patriot in the Dark has joined us.
Oh my, you're already on. Good evening, everyone. Ladies, gentlemen, Rob.
Yeah, already on. It's gone 7.
Good evening.
I try just to be punctual. Yeah. So what's new with you? Anything?
Everything. I survived my first high school homecoming weekend last weekend. Daughter got home safe.
Good.
So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, I was telling. I mean, I know we're live, but I was telling Rob before we went live. I've had nothing but last 3 days, nothing but internet issues. I mean, my internet. I think I must have been attacked by the Facebook bug or whatever. My internet went out at lunchtime on Monday. Didn't come back on into lunchtime Tuesday. And goddamn it didn't go out again today at lunchtime. Then it came on maybe an hour ago, hour and a half ago. So I was thinking there might not be a show tonight. So, but it came back on. Everything seems to be working right now. So,
did you feed your cats? They're probably chewing on the wires or something.
No, I fed the cats. I reckon it's the squirrels. Need to shoot more squirrels. I haven't gone squirrel hunting. Been too hot. Now it's raining, so I ain't going in the rain. I'm a fair weather shooter. No, but anyway, that's so where I was going with this, with all this going on, I don't have a topic for tonight. So if you guys got one, by all means, trot it out, and we'll talk about it. Otherwise, I'll just ramble on as I normally do. So, no,
I'll give it to Rob. Rob always.
Rob's busy.
Oh, he's busy.
He's packaging.
When's
stuff.
the last time you ate a salad? That's what I want to know.
Oh.
Who, me?
Yeah, both of you.
Actually, believe it or not, I've had 2 so far this week.
Okay.
Well, because where I was going,
pretty good.
Because was it Monday? Monday, my cousin stopped by, and his church or whatever is giving out food packages again. He brought one. He said, "Here, do you want it?" I said, "What is it?" He said they're giving out. He said they're giving out salad stuff this time. I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." So,
does sauteed mushrooms count as salad?
The what?
Sauteed mushrooms.
They should. I think deep fried they should count too.
It's like a partial point, at least.
But anyway, so
I have a head of lettuce in the refrigerator.
Yeah. Now some of these, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be. I mean, I got about 4 of these salads, and I don't know if I'll be able to eat them all before they go out of date. But they're like there's 2 types. They're
You
everything's
can
in
eat
the
them.
bag, right?
You can eat them.
So, what I'm saying is, I've had 2 with it's a dill salad, but I haven't used I didn't use the creamy uh, salad dressing, but they weren't bad. So, 2 live moves joined us in the chat, but they weren't bad. So I got 2 more to go. So today's only Wednesday. So, the fall time's coming. Fall and winter's coming. So it's time for me to get back onto my grilled cheese sandwiches on Wednesday nights, made with mayonnaise instead of butter,
Salad's better.
because mayonnaise makes it crispier when you cook it.
I was fasting last night because I had blood work to do today, but I was gonna do it super early, but then somehow high school now has delayed days where you don't have to show up at like a real time. It's like 2 hours later. I don't know. It's for people that don't have internet, maybe, or they go in at the normal time. Anyway, so my kid was home for a little bit extra, so instead of going in at 8, I didn't get in there until like 10 or 11. So I
Damn.
ate my breakfast at lunchtime.
So, did you hit somewhere on the way home to get something to eat, or did you wait to get home to fix something?
No, I actually spent the day with my mom, so I took her out to lunch.
What a good son you are.
Well, I took her out to lunch, and then we went to a jewelry store, and boy, they got a lot of stuff in there, and she looks at it all. But she had some work.
What are you trying to make up for?
Nothing. She's my mom. She's old.
Jewelry store? Sounds like you're guilty of something.
No. She. It's a long story. I have my 22 kill ring, but I don't wear it because it's one of those silicone rings and it's too tight and it turns my finger purple. So we actually went in there, and when I was standing there, I actually got my finger measured so I can order the correct size. So, and that's for your trigger finger. So, she's like, "Oh, you want the wedding band finger?" No. But I didn't want to cause a scene. So.
That sounds like you already caused a scene. Why don't you just sand down your finger a little bit and stop complaining?
Because it's silicone and it's like a rubber band, so you'd have to get.
Oh, I know. So sand your finger down and it'll fit on just fine. What's the problem?
And so, what's wrong with your finger turning purple?
It looked odd to everybody else. To me,
you're wearing it for a good cause,
Yeah.
You got 9 more. What's the big deal?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, but it's my trigger finger. I don't want it to fall off. But I heard what they do.
What's up, Jason? What happened to the hardship? Where's the sacrifice?
Fingers are overrated.
Change that. Instead of wearing it on your trigger finger, wear it on your finger that you would normally have if you were married. Then when your finger falls off, you got an excuse not to get married.
No, I don't need.
Oh, I know where you can put. Oh, never mind.
Put it on your doohickey.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so how you doing, Jason?
Hanging in there. How you guys?
Hanging in there. I don't know. I was talking about bad internet, so I didn't search for a topic because I didn't have internet to do it, and trying to search for something like that on my little Galaxy 7, it's just too difficult. Well, the only good thing that internet for on that thing for is reading emails. So so I don't have a topic for tonight because I said I only got my internet back about an hour ago. So there we go. So I do apologize. So I'm stumbling along here. But I
And
noticed
Rob's
one
not
thing:
helping.
the weather's changing. It's been raining on and off all day. We got rain in the forecast for tomorrow morning at least. And my arthritis, I can feel my arthritis playing up on me. My hands right now sitting here are aching. And my left thumb is really bad tonight. I don't know why. It hurts like I'm gonna have to sit when I finish here later on the night. I'll have to, if I watch TV, I'm gonna have to sit with my compression gloves on to hold my hands. It seems if I squeeze my hands in those things, it makes them feel better. I don't know why, it just does. So maybe it's just mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? But
Need
hey,
some of that blue emu.
as long as it's working, I'm going to keep doing it. So yeah. So it's getting to that time of year where the aches and pains are more. Even though I have them all year round, they seem to be amplified in the cooler months.
Yeah, that blue emu stuff helps me out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that blue cream.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah, you can rub it on, and like I don't have much faith in any medicines or anything like that, but I was skeptical, but I started using it, and man, you rub it on, and just like a few minutes, it seems like the pain's dulled away. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'll have to look into that. Anyway.
Damn good thing you don't have crops to take care of right around now.
Yeah, I know it'd be kind of difficult, wouldn't it? But I would persevere like I normally do. I persevere with it. I still shoot my firearms with my bad hands. I persevere through it. But I do have a question. Defense Dad brought it up, sort of. When are you buying the new Beretta, Jason?
I don't need any more Berettas. Actually,
Well, it's not a 92.
Buy one for me. It's fine.
Didn't they come out with a new model this past weekend?
Yeah, last couple of weeks they've come out with a few new models. Yeah, I'm really kind of not interested in them. Man, I got like 17, I think. I quit counting at like 12, 13. Yeah, I don't really even have anything on my mind to any firearms coming.
Yeah. But here's the question.
Kind of in a gun funk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know the feeling. Here's a question for you. What's better, a 1911 or a Beretta?
It's a tie. It's a three-way tie with a Smith & Wesson 686.
Oh. But the Smith &
Thought you were going to stump him.
wasn't in the equation. It was only between 1911 and Berettas. But
you know what, man? If you got like 2 or 3 kids, yeah, there's a favorite, but you still love them all. You know what I mean? They're like my children. How can I say like one's better than the other? I enjoy seeing both of them succeed.
Yeah. Oh, John Z is in the room. Part of the reason compression works is because the pain you have is being compressed by new pain, but it's not meant to be compressing in a painful manner. So one kind of negates the other. Oh, all right. All I know is it works and makes my hands feel better, so I use it. Also, I mean, like I wear this back brace all the time. I only take it off when I go to bed at night. And
I've been feeling a little bit of pain, but trying to get over it. I ordered primers through the mail.
You did? Who's selling them?
I got these from Brownells, but Midway's had them lately, and Brownells has had them lately.
Okay, what, small rifle primers?
No, I bought large pistol primers.
Well, that doesn't help me. I got large pistol primers. I got small pistol primers. I just don't have small rifle primers.
Yeah,
Damn, you're miserable today.
Yeah.
It's not like everything's back in stock. Like out of like Midway and Brownells, like the only primers they had for a day or two were like CCI brand, like large pistol primers and that such. I don't think they had any small rifle. That's probably one of the most popular for the rifle. You know what I mean? Because of the 223 556 and yeah, those just aren't out there yet. But I came across a large pistol and had to pay what you had to pay, man. It's going to be the new normal. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
the primers aren't so bad, really. I mean, yeah, it's doubled in price, but it's, that you always had to deal with the hazmat even before, but it just sucks now, though, because like of the supply. It's not like you can order like 5,000 of them, you know what I mean? And make the hazmat worthwhile. You're paying the hazmat now for 1 and 2 boxes,
Yeah, because the 1 and 2 boxes are so expensive, you can't buy 5,000.
Yeah, but they won't let you have them. They limit you to 1 box. Or Brownells was actually limited you to
they're putting a
2.
limit on it.
Yeah, so like if you go to Midway, you're gonna give them, 75, $80. Plus, you're gonna give them $20 hazmat, and you're gonna give them like $8-9 shipping. You can't catch a break. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not like you could order multiple boxes. But at least Brownells let me get 2 boxes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hey, I got
all right.
something there, Mr. Rick. Did you say Moo was in the chat?
Too late.
Yes.
Maybe he was. I'm sure he was.
If
Yeah,
anybody's
he was.
from the Michigan, I put something. I don't know. It's in the community tab, wherever you find that on my channel. I posted a link. Well, it's a bunch of stuff from
Still
Michigan
looking for a
Coalition
date.
of Responsible Gun Owners, and there's 2 bills that were put in at the end of last session, but they're having hearings September 28th. I believe they're HR 5187 and 88, and that's to stop emergency orders from blocking anything to do with the Second Amendment or firearms, like they did during the shutdown. So, anyways, they're wanting people to either show up and do a testimony or whatever, or you can just write in and they give you the links and stuff. You can find it on their website, but I have the information on that. The community
he just typed
tab.
in, "I'm here." To live mode, just typed it in.
So if you're in Michigan or you've looked over at Michigan or you've seen it on a map, why don't you just type out some stuff and send it in? That'd be good.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, John C. said, "I'm always here, just not always talkative." Hey, I do that quite a lot, John. I'll jump on the chats and I'll just sit there and listen to the chat and not say a word. I do that a lot on Saturday mornings on Caliber Corner. I listen to it, but I don't participate, not very often. So.
You lurk, and John is just a sneaky son of a gun.
Yeah. So. And don't forget the, was it the Rod of Irons this weekend, everybody? Over in Pennsylvania, right?
Yep, the Tommy Gun Warehouse in Greeley, PA.
There you go.
Friday and Saturday. Free to go. You do have to register. It's basically like pretty much a sickness waiver, I guess you can state. And it's free to do so. It only takes a minute. For some reason you forget, you can do it right there. It's not a big deal. And I'll be there as a vendor as well. So,
Yes,
as well,
that's what I was just
obviously.
going to mention.
Yep.
New York Outcast will be there with as a vendor selling the the thing hanging back on the the thing behind me where my AR is on, the wall mount and the table mount. He'll be selling those. They're American made, and they'll be the price will be lower than what it is on the website because you find it right there, so you're not having to. The price of postage, mailing, or whatever you want to call it. So it should make it a little bit cheaper.
Rob, do you want to mention anybody that might be there with you, helping you out or anything?
Gonna have my family there helping me out. Other than that, I expect to see. Well, I was told. Let's see, Kevin from New York is probably going to show up. Possibly McKay Joe mentioned something, so I'm sure there's a couple people. There's a couple more in the wind that may end up showing up, but we'll see who shows up. Basically, so other than that, yeah, it's pretty much it, I guess.
All right. John Brown Productions just joined the chat. So there we go. And anyway, my mind went blank there for a second. What were we talking about before all that? So, but if you can't make it there, you can go to rnldisplays.com, and they're on his website. Those AR display stands, and if you use Rick's Life in the checkout, you get 15% off. So there's always a way to get hold of one. Made in the USA too. So made by New York Outcast himself. So there you go. All right, moving on. What's time? 7:25. Yeah, so yeah, go
I
on.
sent you that email, Rick.
You sent me an email?
Sure. Just to distract you.
Yeah, I thought you had. It's from Michigan, right? Michigan
Yeah.
Coalition for Responsible Gun Owners needs your testimony. Bill 5187 and House Bill 5188. There you go. So you're in Michigan, take part.
Did you hear about Larry Vickers?
I heard that the ATF came and picked up a bunch of his machine guns or whatever, but I don't know any more than that.
That's plain old fashioned infringement. How dare they? How dare they come take your weapon, man?
Yeah, but why they took them, I don't know. Yes, you're right. It's an infringement to take them, but I don't know. I mean, I know you have to pay the $200 stamp to get one, but is there any other? I mean, is he? I don't know. I mean, I
Like
heard
you have to refile or something. I'm not. I don't know either. But
no, or I mean, does he have them because he's a what's called it, the FFL dealer? What's it called that can buy and sell machine guns? Class 3, is it? And maybe that I heard a rumor that they said his FFL license expired or something, and because he's fighting cancer right now, maybe he forgot to renew it. I mean, that's some rumor I heard, but Oh, Jerry, that's what Jerry Parker said. He's got cancer, and he didn't keep up his license.
But boy, they sure. Maybe seems to me, I don't know the details, but like, it just seems like they swept in there awful fast to get their greedy little mitts on his stuff. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
They couldn't work something out or give you a notice or something to handle your shit. Well, let's just get to it. Why do you have to handle anything? You own it. You paid them their stamp for whatever the first time. That should be it. You know.
Well, he's
yeah.
a
It's government,
manufacturer
man.
too, though, isn't
And,
he? Does he
Well,
make them?
I don't think he makes them, but they said he owned a. They took 170 of them from him, and I mean,
Are
that's a
you,
like,
lot of money. Think of the
are you
value. That's
sure?
why they
you
showed
see,
up.
they just swept in. That's why, I mean, they just swept in to get their greedy little paws on them.
Are
You
you
know
that's
what I
why
sure
they
mean?
that he
need.
didn't go to a school board meeting? You didn't hear that part, did you?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's the FBI. I'm sorry. The
yeah.
FBI
I
is
mean,
after school board.
if you speak up at a school board meeting, now you're a domestic terrorist, and you will be arrested by the FBI. But
How
I mean,
many machine guns did you say it was? 300 or something?
no,
170 or something like that.
yeah, it was over, it was
170.
well over 100.
And what's the average cost of a machine gun in the U.S.?
Cheapest is around $8,000, I think.
Oh yeah, but you got to understand, Larry Vickers is
Yeah.
Delta Force, been involved with probably every government agency there is for training and
Oh yeah. But
expert advice.
still,
He's
that's a
connected.
lot of money to
Yeah, but
inherit or
he, he
acquire.
he probably had most of it before there was anything. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, you just don't go out and buy 170. He's probably collected these and built these over his lifetime.
He
It
might
just
not
ain't
have
right.
Oh
his
yeah,
Just ain't right
probably.
for them to
I'm just
come in and
stating
take them. It
it's a
just ain't.
hell of a loot for the government to overpass because of paperwork error or letting something lapse
well,
or whatever.
that's
And you know how they write things.
this
Ignorance
is
of the law doesn't matter and blah blah blah. So they
Yep, they
scooped up a shitload of money.
they
this
sure
is
let.
your
Go ahead,
this
Rick.
is your Biden's government, the most
So you're
beloved
saying he doesn't
president of
have a
all time.
trust or something?
But look, man, they've
I
let
mean,
everything slide due to COVID for years. Hell, for 6 months around here, you didn't even have to get license plates. You could drive around with expired license plates here. They let everything slip. Don't have
Depends
to
who
go to
you are.
school. Don't have to go to work. All on
It
COVID
depends
or
who you
anything.
are,
How come they couldn't, give somebody a
because he's
minute
a
to handle?
conservative.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Because
you
he's got
had something he
170
wanted,
machine guns, and they don't like it. That's
or
the bottom line.
he had something he wanted.
Yep.
Now, it'd be interesting to see the follow up on this. If he can handle his business and get everything back, I wonder how many of those ultra rare, expensive ones come up missing.
Yeah. What I'm afraid of is how many of them are going to be damaged. Because I bet they just threw them inside a truck or a trunk or something. Didn't bother to take care of them. But the problem is they shouldn't have done it. I personally don't think they should have. But I mean, the NFA,
Well,
the ATF should.
technically, if he's
Oh,
over, he's over. You think if he does have that kind of money, his attorney or something like that would be on top of that. Now I know, the fact that you need a license is bullshit, but if he agreed to that, he got one. You can expect trouble if it lapses. I mean that's just common sense nowadays. So really,
see,
it's kind of
I
shit.
can't see any of
It's
that though. I mean,
it's
is
a
he's
shit. It's a
married?
shit deal, but shame on him for letting it lapse. So.
Wouldn't a trust protect you like that if you have other family members on the trust or something? I don't know him personally, so
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know any of that
either.
situation. But if you have a trust, I mean that's part of having a trust. Somebody dies, that's just a part of the trust. I think isn't that the
I'm
reason
not
to get
sure if
one?
you could. I'm not sure if you can put a machine gun in trust. If you pass away, they come get that machine gun. You can't just like let your child or son or daughter somebody inherit that because it's an NFA item.
You can do it if it's in a trust.
Well, see, that's
an automatic weapon, though.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, if it's in a
Oh,
trust.
Same
probably
as a
somebody
suppressor?
else has a class 3 certification or something, I would assume. So, normal firearms or something like that, that's probably, I assume, a little different.
No,
I don't know for
you can
sure.
do it.
I'm just guessing.
It's
You
the
can
same
do it with
thing as a
silencers
suppressor,
and machine
isn't it?
guns because you do it in the trust because the item, i.e., the machine gun, belongs to the trust, not the person. So
Yeah, you might all have to have
trust,
that same class.
the trust gets transferred to the daughter or son, and that's how they get them.
I don't know. I'm not a
That's how
lawyer,
trusts
and I
work.
don't play one.
I've
I
researched
just
all
thought it
this.
was kind of.
I've looked into it.
If you have a
So
hundred
what
of
the hell is his
anything,
lawyer
you have a
team?
trust. Unless you're,
See,
there's got to be some kind of setup that you put to protect you and your family.
see
So
now,
then,
for them to come in to say his license has expired, to take 170 automatic firearms, he hasn't paid the $200 stamp on them. More than likely, he's collecting them as a Class 3 FFL. You know what I'm saying? If they're sold, then the tax has to be paid on them. I would imagine, but I could be totally wrong.
I don't know.
You know,
I just figure there's got to be some way of protecting your family, or I mean, whoever's in your trust. It doesn't have to be family, but
yeah, you can put anybody in that trust.
you get hit
and
by a
that's how.
bus.
I mean, because like if it's in a trust, and how I know. I mean, also I tell you who else tells you about it. I know a lot of people dislike the guy, but Hickok 45. His son John has a couple of fully auto weapons, but they're in a trust. And so long as they're in a trust and his dad's name's on the trust, so that means he can pull out and fire those weapons on his range there at home without John having to be there because it's in the trust. The trust owns it. He mentions that on a couple of his videos. That's how I happen to know that part.
Where's that nerd Clover? Doesn't he know all this stuff? Jeez.
Well, his buddy's in here. Ghost Tactical.
Oh gosh.
If Ghost Tactical's in here, Clover's got to be close behind. Because they're brothers, ain't they? They're twins. Yeah.
Clover's like a magical leprechaun.
Yeah.
You just got to start talking about 22 long rifle, and he'll appear.
Anyway, we've been joined by Guns and Barbecue, by the way. How you doing?
Evening, gentlemen. Not too bad. How about yourself?
All right, not doing too bad. You got anything you want to bring up or anything?
Nothing at all. Just saw what time of night it was. It's like, oh crap, I could jump into this chat. So I made it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry Parker says, yes, you can put a machine gun in a trust. So there you go.
There's got to be some kind of protection. Otherwise, it would be so easy for, unscrupulous people to do something to set you up so that they could, screw you over.
Well,
one felony in or some kind of, charge or something, they could, it doesn't,
what are
if
you
you got that many, you got to have a trust or something.
Now, if you had a machine gun, Patriot, and you put it in the trust,
Hypothetically,
right? When when your daughter becomes of age, you can put her name on that trust. Then she can use it, and when you finally die, the trust, the ownership, because of her name's on the trust, or I should say the ownership, the care of those weapons will go to her.
Yeah.
Because her name's on that trust.
Yeah, I believe he's right. Thinking back, there's like security companies in a sense that have done the same type of thing, to my recollection. And there's security services that do that. So when they cycle through people, they can still be covered in certain areas with certain things in a sense. So, so I think that this probably is a bit more common than we would probably assume.
Well, they set up right at those kiosks for suppressors that you can set up trust, I thought, or
You
some kind
can.
of thing, don't they? I mean, so it's not a big deal. It's just paperwork and fees and
Yeah.
stuff.
Now there is a another company, and actually I believe they were. I believe they are a sponsor of Hiccup 45 too. They're based out of one of them states up. I can't think, up in the north of United States. One of them. I can't think which state it is, but
Can't be good.
Silencer Central is the name of the company. They will. I mean, of course, you got to pay them, but they will do all the paperwork for you. Of course, you give them the $200 tax, what the tax stamp would be. You give them all that, then what happens is once the ATF give the license to Silencer Central, then Silencer Central asks the ATF for a transfer to you if you're buying it, and that's how they do it. And they're even set up trust up for you too, if you want.
Yeah, with the trust, there's a lot to it. I mean, everybody that's on the trust has to have the same, checks and all that stuff. So it's
Yeah,
not
well,
like you
I
can
would
just
imagine
add
you can't
somebody.
put a. I mean, if
Yeah,
if you got a felony against you, I don't think your name
you're
can
not.
go on the trust.
No, it's just like a business trust, I'm sure.
Yeah. They're in South Dakota. There you go. Somebody just put it in the chat. I knew it was one of those up there. So there we go.
Well, what's my daughter gonna do with a machine gun?
The what?
When I die, what's she gonna do with it?
I don't know. Sell it.
Defend her freedom.
Not with a machine gun.
That could be your. That could be your
Don't
inheritance.
talk like that.
You
You're
can
gonna
sell
have
it.
squid jumping in here.
So there we go. So we got that one taken care of, right? We're good.
Yeah,
Mind you, I don't have a firearm that has the threads on the end of the barrel for a suppressor. So, I mean, if I went to buy one, then I'll have to buy a new firearm or a barrel for a firearm I have with the threads on it. So it's kind of I don't know, but they do have suppressors out there that you can use from a 22 up to 45 ACP. The same one you can use. So if you bought one that can do that, I mean, and you have the threaded barrels and all, 3 or 4 different weapons, you can use the same, silencer or suppressor, whatever you wish to call it, on multiple guns.
Big on that 22.
Jacob S says, "What's everyone's gas prices like? $3.17 right now here. Oh, that's in that's in the big city down here in Indiana. It's free as of yesterday. I didn't go to anywhere near a gas station today, but when I drove by yesterday in Birdseye, Indiana, it was $3.19, and in Jasper it was $3.29. But from what I can understand, the as of today, crude oil by the barrel is at the highest it's ever been in 7 years. So expect your gas prices to go up, along with
Last
everything
time I
else.
bought it was like $1.65.
It's inflation. But it's not going to affect the normal people like us. It's only going to affect the rich. Yeah.
I remember when gas was 98 cents a gallon, and you could get anywhere from a dollar to $3 worth of gas and drive around all day.
Yeah. I remember as a kid. Now, my father was in the Air Force, but he worked a part-time job. Not all the time, but sometimes he did one. I get, when we wanted something extra, he would get a part-time job. He worked in a gas station in, where were we? We were in Missouri. Were we in Missouri? Yeah, because we were living on the outskirts of, what in the hell town was it? I can't even remember. But anyway, I remember gas being 27 cents a gallon as a kid. This is going back, what, late 60s, I think it was. So, yeah. How things have changed over the years. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing, Jerry, making Saudi Arabia great again. Yeah. OPEC. I mean, we didn't need them. We did not need them. As of 8 months ago, we did not need them. We were self-sufficient in our fuel, our energy. So, all right. But anyway, what can we say? The
What's the
80,
trivia question?
the 80 plus million people that voted this guy in must know something that we don't.
Well, we'll let them 80 million pay $3 a gallon. The guy I voted for said I could have it for $2.
So, but there we go. I don't know. Even the
All I gotta say is, let's go, Brandon.
even the you've been down the meat aisle lately. I can't even afford to buy ground beef. So there we go.
Yeah, man, grocery store's pretty high
Oh
on
yeah.
everything, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's and it's not going to get any better for a little while. I was thinking about this, they're Social Security. They said we're going to get between 6 and 6.1% increase, highest increase in 30 years. But unfortunately, you work out the way inflation's going, that money is gone already before we even get it with the price of stuff. But what I find funny is, besides that, they give us 6.1 for all you people who get disability and Social Security, right? Medicare premium is going up by 6.2% this coming January. So the Medicare at premium is going up higher than the actual the percentage that we're actually getting. So there you go.
That's like democratic math right there.
Absolutely. It's not going to, 3.5 trillion is not going to cost a damn cent. How and where's that math coming from?
He meant to say it was going to cost you 100% of your freedom. That's what he meant to say.
Yeah. Freedom's getting less and less every day. You can't talk at school boards now because that makes you a domestic terrorist. First Amendment's gone. I'm quite surprised they're letting me talk here right now because I'm going against the man.
It sure is, even on their own. Look at Joe Manchin and that lady senator from Arizona that won't agree to go along with his spending plan. Same thing, just like they said, Go to Republicans, confront them in public. You know what I mean? Mess with them. They followed that girl into the bathroom with their cell phone cameras. Ain't that
Well,
against the
there
law to
you
go in
go.
the bathroom with a video
Well,
camera?
and they done the same thing. What's his name? The Manchin or whatever his name, Munchin or whatever his name is from West Virginia. He lives on a houseboat somewhere, and they surrounded his boat with in kayaks, yelling at him.
Yeah, they've
So
been after
I
him
mean,
left and right.
but there is Democrats out there who believe that this is the right way to go, and it baffles my mind.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I heard them crying like, "This is good for America." They obviously didn't read one bit of that bill.
I
And
mean,
what gets me is sometimes the news they put the focus on like, we just don't want to spend that much money. We just don't want to spend that much money. I could care less about whatever trillion number you put on it. If you want to spend 3 trillion that will truly help this country, spend 3 trillion. But all the things that they gonna do in that bill is crazy, man. Basically welfare for everybody, free college for illegal aliens, uh, the IRS to spy on our bank accounts. They got to approve our purchases. And that's just the tip of the iceberg in that thing. So screw him. I
Talking
don't want him
about
to
that.
get $1. Uh, I mean, I don't know. I'll just get back to it. He's got to go, man. The dude's got to go. Why
Is
are we not impeaching him, getting ready to? He's
we
got to
don't
go.
hold the majority. That's why.
is that the bill that's like a foot and a half thick stack of paperwork?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's finished reading that shit yet. Like that's freaking
Yeah. But
ridiculous.
even late this
It's
afternoon,
not even possible.
you know,
To even at Patriot speed, you're not gonna like get through that anytime quick enough to make a decision like they did. Are they trying? Yeah, I mean that's
I
just
mean,
crazy.
all this weekend, it was all about they need to raise the debt ceiling, and the Republicans aren't helping them, and everything else. But as of late this afternoon, Mitch McConnell said, "Okay, we'll let you raise it."
As soon as they came in with something like that, I would have laughed and told them, "Nope, it's done." Like that's just ridiculous. How seriously? How's anybody supposed to like actually review that and make an honest decision on something that big? How would you remember everything through all that? Like that's ridiculous.
Just like
Like that
Obamacare.
alone is a problem. Like that's freaking ridiculous. Like it should be like 1-2 pages. That should be it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
I mean,
that other bill out there that he's trying to
Maybe
work the
10.
two together. The the infrastructure bill. Even Trump, every president has come along and cried, "Oh, this infrastructure bill, we need this money to fix the roads and the bridges." They've all said that, fix the roads and the bridges. And it used to be like $600 billion or 100 million, 600 million, and up to $1 billion, and people like freaked out like, oh man, that's a lot of money, and they got to beg to get it voted on and work out deals and everything. Now it skipped all the way up to trillions of dollars for the same stuff that you told us you've been working on and fixing, you know
yeah,
every presidency for my lifetime. And I heard that this one with Biden, all that money, and it says in there they're not even going to start fixing bridges or roads or anything for 10 years. That's
yeah,
just so that bill is like we're stealing, so many trillions of dollars from you. I mean, like, I wish you could pay me today and I'll build you a new house 10 years from now.
yeah,
That has nothing to do with infrastructure. None of that stuff in there has anything to do with it. If you actually look at it, daycare is not infrastructure. You know, all that stuff that's in there has nothing to do with
Well, no,
infrastructure.
no,
They're
no,
just
no,
doing the
no.
word
Yes, it
thing.
is because it is now human infrastructure.
Yeah.
That is the
Just
term
like
they're
I said,
using.
there's none of that has anything to do with bridges, maybe 2%, something like that.
It's
There's
human
nothing to do with roads.
infrastructure.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are the people. See, problem is so many people here think the government is in charge. We are in charge. And you want to know how to cripple the government? But nobody's got the ball. Unfortunately,
A ball bat.
not enough people will do it. The few that will be used as an example for doing it to the others who aren't doing it or thinking about it, is don't pay any taxes. If nobody paid their taxes, the government has no money. The government does not generate funds. We give money to the government to operate through your taxes. If you don't pay taxes, the government can't do shit because there ain't no money.
Well, that's actually not the whole reason they're trying to pass this debt ceiling is not because the only reason to pass that is so they can borrow more money. If they don't pass it, they can't borrow money, and they have to work off of what is paid in. So as long as they keep raising the debt ceiling, they'll just borrow it. They don't really use real money anyway. But that's the only reason that they're complaining about raising the debt ceiling is just so they can borrow more money. Has nothing to do with anything else. Nobody's going to default. They can just use the money that's actually coming in by the people that actually are paying. It might not be as much as they want, but they have enough to divvy around to get the things that need to be paid. When they say, "Oh, the military's not going to get paid," yep, they're getting paid. That shit's already been allotted.
Yeah, the military's getting paid. Social Security's getting paid.
All those budgets are a year out anyways.
Hunter Biden's getting paid. Don't forget about him.
No, well, he's doing paintings, though. Those dots are pretty impressive.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. It totally slipped my mind now. Totally gone. Had something to do, and I don't mind saying it, they can shut me down, had something to do with the vaccine. You know, the COVID vaccine. I can't remember what in the hell it was. Nope, it's gone. It's gone. You know, but now I know it doesn't happen. I know it doesn't happen. But I don't know him to sit down and have a cup of coffee with, but I know who the guy was because he came in the diner a couple of times and I was told that's so-and-so. And I came, right? So I know who the guy was. He got the vaccine, both doses. He caught COVID. He's dead now. So what's the point of the vaccine? Tell me.
That's the end of your show.
You know? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, they might. If I go off air, you know what's happened. They've actually so there you go. That's what I mean. Hey, they can't stop me from earning money because I don't have enough people to earn money. You know, you got what was it? Start earning money on YouTube. You got to have 1,000 people. Shit, I'm nowhere near. So, and I don't think I ever will be, and that's okay. That way, I can slide under the radar with all my shit.
I think it's crappy. You can't do posts under 1,000. I thought something was wrong with my damn, YouTube or studio or whatever. Tried upgrading and this and that, and had to go through and take the time to read things, and realized you got to have 1,000 before you can do posts. So I said,
well, post what?
Post up anything out. That
actually, no.
YouTube, so
yeah, actually, no. Yeah,
like
you gotta have
point out a different
more.
show to somebody or something that's relevant. Somebody covered, point something out or whatever. Yeah.
I said I've only been doing this 4 or 5
about
years.
The rod of iron. I mean, it would be nice to be able to do it, but apparently not.
No, I remember I've only been doing this 4 or 5 years. But when I first started on YouTube here, they for YouTube changed all the rules, you didn't need 1,000 people to start making money and everything like that. They keep changing it, but that's all right. You know, do I really want their money? No. Would it be nice? Yeah, but I don't need it. You know, I mean, as I say, I mean, there's a lot that I want, but I got everything I need. You know, but I do have a lot of wants, but I got everything I need. You know, how was that for some profound? What's the word I'm looking for?
Outlook on life.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know, I mean, that is some real good philosophy stuff. You know.
Well, you know, if you want less, you'll be happier.
Oh, Jerry Parker's leaving. All right. See you later. Oh, it's almost 8:00 now anyway. So, you know, I got to be going soon because I believe it's holding another chat tonight too. Night Strike. You know, I believe in a few minutes.
Yeah, Project Veritas is dropping that another video at 8:00 too.
About what?
One of the PFFR guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was watching. I was reading something the other day about the great King Fauci. That he was on some chat show, and the commentator said, "You ever thought about stepping down and let somebody else be the face of this because nobody trusts you anymore?" Right? And he could not believe that people don't trust him. You know, I thought, I mean, and that's the kind of people we're dealing with. You know, they believe their own bullshit. So, what can I say? Can't say anything. I don't know anything. I'm just an old fat guy sitting out here in the country in Indiana. So, there we go.
Isn't that what Budget used to say? Hey, I'm just a fat, loud mouse with a microphone.
Yep. That's what I am. You know. I think I'll pull out my. I got to pull them out anyway because the cooler weather's coming. I'm gonna pull out my overalls and I'll sit here in front of the camera with my overalls on. What do you think? You know, piece of straw hanging out of my mouth. And
look at Rob's salad.
I mean, I tell you how bad this is. It's embarrassing, but as everybody knows, I mean, I have a denture up top here. I've had it for years, and I don't know if you can see it. A tooth fell out of my actual denture, and unfortunately, I can't find it. So I must have swallowed it. You know, and so I figure with my overalls on, piece of straw, and my missing tooth, I looked the part. You know?
Welcome to America.
Yeah. And my AR behind me. I am what the Democrats are scared. I am what the Democrats are scared of. You know? Oh. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. It's 8:00, so let me wind this up. So, who we got? New York Outcast. You got any plugs or shout outs before you go? Excuse me.
No, just thanks for joining us. If you're looking or gonna head to the Rod of Iron, I look forward to bumping into you there. Other than that, have a great weekend. Try to get out, do something active.
And you won't be here Saturday, right?
I'll probably hop in. We'll see how things go. So I'll say tentatively. So at the very least, I can at least least
if
give it a
anybody,
go. So.
okay, but if anybody's there at the what the hell is it called again? The actual name where you're going?
Rod of Iron Freedom Festival.
All right. If anybody, if you're going, stop and you're on here, stop by and say hi to Rob, New York Outcast. Stop by and say hi to him. So there you go. Patriot, you got anything?
Yeah, if you thanks for having a good show today. Thanks for letting me back in. It's been a while. If you want to check that post, Michigan Coalition of Responsible Gun Owners, their website's got links and all that stuff too, to the two bills here in Michigan. Check it out, and whatever you call it, it's on September 28th. So there is an email address in there to email your responses and all that stuff. So check it out.
All right.
Outstanding day, and good evening, ladies. I know there's ladies out there now.
Yes, yes. All right. Jason, you got anything?
No, just thanks for the invite. Good to see y'all. And thanks for tuning in. And hopefully I get to meet up with you guys next time.
All right. Then Guns and Barbecue.
I really got nothing. If you can get to the Rod of Iron Festival, I definitely recommend it. There's a small possibility that I might be able to. Waiting to see what happens with that. So fingers crossed, but we'll see. I say it's not probably my best decision to go, just financially and whatnot, but might as well seize the opportunity if it presents itself. So thanks for having me, Rick.
No problem. I'm glad you could stop by. All right. So that's it. I got everybody. So I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat.
Are you going to mention
by.
a trivia question?
Do what?
Trivia question? Are you going to mention?
You're right. You're right. The quiz.
I mean, if you want to let
No.
know.
You're right. You're right. Let me find it. Where is it?
I'm playing Tony's part.
Well, I know what it is. What I want to know, quiz for this Saturday, is I want to know what firearm recently sold for $6 million, and I want to know what it was and what was so special about it. Email me at rickslifeasIseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And you'll be in for the swag pack of, I think there's 3 patches and some stickers, plus a from a subscriber, Gun Loving Grandpa, a 6-inch steel target to shoot at is also included in that. So get it into me by Saturday, 12 noon, to be in for the drawing. So there we go. All right. Now, everybody in the chat, thank you for being here, for putting up with me. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. And I'll be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So we'll see you all then. So good night, everybody.
Good night, Sabrina.
Adios, Felicio.
Eat a salad.